Hi guys, so you remember this video right here where I was talking about a secret creepy screen hidden in Sonic City? That video was posted a couple days after October ended on Halloween. So, okay, so so this video is gonna get kinda creepy, and if you're actually watching this in October, then happy spooky month. So, I've gathered more information about the screen and why it looks so creepy. So let's get into the video. Now, as if it doesn't seem obvious, this screen has been the cause of many sleepless nights for the children who had the misfortune of finding it. What is it? And what does it mean? Well, let's find out together. Now, to find out what it means, we're gonna have to look at all of the elements of the screen that it has. And, first of all, we're obviously gonna have to start off with the screen. First of all, the screen has a repeating pattern of a very strange looking Sonic the Hedgehog in front of a black screen. It almost looks like he's wearing some sort of creepy mask. There are several theories of whose mask this is supposed to represent. At first glance, it may look like the very famous Anonymous mask, but not entirely. Others believe this is supposed to be the distorted face of Super Mario, which would make a much more sense because Sega and Nintendo were big rivalries back in the 1990s. But this mask-looking thing is supposed to be the Sonic the Hedgehog's face. But we're not going to talk about any more of the mask right now. Let's move on. But wait a minute, Wyatt, I hear you say. What about the strange Japanese text? Well, if you translate it to English, it surprisingly says Infinite Fun, Sega Enterprises, image by Majin. Now you might be thinking, what does Majin actually mean? Well, surprisingly, it means devil, but that's not what it means on this screen. So, if it doesn't mean devil, then what does it mean? Well, it's actually the nickname of someone named Masato Nishimura. He was one of the landscape designers for Sonic CD. Majin was a nickname that he had ever since he was a kid, and he used it as a little secret signature in various projects he's worked on. He said in a 2002 interview that he used this nickname just to make it stand out. Now, the face of the Sonic could actually be a cheeky representation of Masato himself. Now it's all starting to come together. But what about that terrifying music that plays during when the screen is displayed? Now, a lot of you already know this, but some of you might not. The Japanese version of Sonic CD has a totally different soundtrack from the US version. If you were to unlock the screen on the Japanese version, the music would sound like this. That's a lot more lighthearted than the US version. The music that plays during when the screen is displayed is actually the boss music. And you might be wondering, why do the Japanese version and the US version have a totally different soundtrack? Well, after Sonic CD aired in Japan, and they decided to make a US version, after the US company of Sega heard the soundtrack, they hated it. They thought all the tracks were just too wonky. So they changed all the tracks, including the boss music. So the music is probably one of the main problems. I mean, how weird would it sound if I play this on the screen? Compared to this. Also, there are a lot of theories that this screen was also meant to be an anti-piracy screen if you try to download an illegal copy of the game. But that's not the case. And you all know piracy is a no-no, so please don't be doing that stuff. So now you all know the true secret behind Sonic CD's creepy screen. And hopefully all the adults that saw that screen as a kid can have a good night rest now. Peace.